What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Ham Radio Crash Course. Welcome to Saturday. Today we're going to catch you up on digital modes, I guess, other than FT8, because that's what you're going to need to do if you want to do Winter Field Day, which is coming up at the end of the month here in January. It's a lot of fun. We highly encourage you to do it. And I got a special guest with me today, so enjoy the memes, and we'll get started real soon. All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Ham Radio Crash Course. Appreciate you coming out. You might be wondering, Josh, what are we talking about? Digital modes? We know all about them. Digital modes. What's the deal? Well, Winter Field Day is coming up, and it's a lot of fun to use different modes of operation. In fact, there are challenges this year, different from last year, that basically reward you for trying different things, trying out different modes of operation. Same contact, same person, different modes of operation, new mode, who dis, new points on Winter Field Day. And so that's going to be the goal of a lot of it, what we're going to talk about. But this is an event where WSJTX can't be used, FT8 can't be used, because you're not actually having a conversation with a human being. It's the computer's just kind of working through their script, right? They exchange the signal report, you get your location, and then you're done. That's the contact. Well, in Winter Field Day, it's all about like emergency communication, having the capability to use your radio in different ways, and being prepared. So digital modes like Olivia. Hey, are you using Olivia? JSA Call, which is FT8 based, but it's more keyboard to keyboard. And of course, we all love WinLink, right? And numerous other ones. So we're going to cover those major three. Olivia in particular is important because they got a bulletin this year. Hey kids, bulletin this year. If you record the bulletin, it's sent out on Olivia, so you're going to need to be able to copy that. Go ahead and check out hamtactical.com for all of our merch for the Ham Radio Crash Course, as well as hamtactical.coffee, our new Coffee of the Month program that you can check out. You can get a coffee bag a month or just get one, whichever one you find interesting, and we appreciate you checking it out. So I got my buddy, where is he? No, that's the wrong one. I love that thumbnail, though. That's a good one, Mike. There it is. Ham Radio Tube is joining me today at Ham Radio Tube here on YouTube. Link is in the video description. Go check him out. He's going to be helping us as a Mac user and just all-around computer expert, right? So he's joining us. Also going to talk about Winter Field Day and what we expect to be doing out there. So go check that out. I'm going to drop the rules as well for Winter Field Day in the live stream chat for you all right now, because you got to familiarize yourselves with these, right? This is going to be really important, so make sure you get up to date on what is going on with them rules. You need them. Very important. So let's say hi to Mike. We're going to bring him on out. Mike, how you doing?
I am doing fantastic. I want to do that.
Yeah, you got to bring that back.
Thumbnail.
We got to bring that one back. I just searched Ham Radio Tube. I was on YouTube, but I guess I brought up another tab and it just pulled up the Google or whatever, and that was the thumbnail it showed me. So that's you, bud.
Hey.
That's what the algorithm thinks you are. That's
the picture I took.
So what are your Winter Field Day plans this year?
I honestly don't know, other than I'll be going up somewhere near Dallas, and Jason has rented like a house. I think there's room for like 8 people.
Oh,
so
nice.
There'll be at least 8 people there.
Big
And
house.
I think Paul, I'm drawing a blank on his channel name now.
Okay.
He might be coming out and like sleeping in his, he's like one of those overlander guys.
Oh,
Prep
nice.
Ham Paul, jeez.
Oh, Prep Ham Paul. Sure.
Yeah. I think he might be coming out, Digital Rancher, the whole gang, probably Frank. So haven't done, I'm trying to think if I've done a ham radio activity with Frank since he's broke my last computer. So
Well,
I don't think so.
We don't want him breaking your Mac, right? Because you're our...
No, that's significantly more expensive.
It's significantly more expensive. Yes,
I mean, it's just an old MacBook Air. I spent like $700 on it, but still.
They're good. They're good laptops, no question.
It's surprisingly good.
So do you know what kind of antennas and what radio you might be bringing out for Winter Field Day this year?
I will probably just rock the 7300. Usually with Field Day with like Jason and Frank, I'm kind of the guy that's like stuck on 40. So
okay.
I usually bring a couple antennas. I usually set up the DX Commander Expedition because that's an awesome antenna, and I like to rock that for Field Day. I brought my DX Commander Classic to either winter or summer field day last year, and I set it up for 80 meters.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there was some noise. There was like some noise on 80 and 40 at the hunting lease, so I didn't get to do much. So we'll be at a completely different spot. Hopefully, I'll be able to, because Jason's got the buddy hacks with the triplexer.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got what 20, 15, and 10, I think, or the band, maybe 6. So that everyone's on that, and I can get on it too. But if you got 4 guys there with 4 radios, antennas go quick, and he's only got a triplexer, didn't have the pentaplexer, but we make it work. So probably that, and either my Pactena end fed or a new antenna that I just built today.
Okay.
Well, I built some of it yesterday or a few days ago, and then went out today and
do you operate as a
my
club?
magic.
Do you operate as a club or just by your old ones?
Yeah, usually we operate as a club.
Okay.
And don't ask me the club call.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask. Who to put in the ham alert to people that are interested?
God. Hang on. I can tell you quickly. Maybe.
Well, while he looks that up, I'll make a shout out here going back to the rules. Deploy multiple antennas is one of the objectives for Winter Field Day. So make sure you check that out. Go ahead, Mike. What were you going to say?
Kilo November 5 Tango Romeo.
Oh.
I think. Is that right?
This side of radio, he knew.
Shade knew.
I'm pretty confident that he knows.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kilo November 5 Tango Romeo.
Yeah. All right. So what's this bulletin thing? I think we're gonna start there because it's probably the most obscure of modes. So I'm gonna go back here for a second. We're gonna find that bulletin. Where is that bulletin? Let's see. So if you're in the rules and you go to objectives and multipliers and you look for, there it is, copy the Winter Field Day special bulletin. Now, the frequencies that they're going to be running on haven't been published, but they're going to run it twice during the period of operation for the event. And it will be on Olivia. Olivia, guys. Olivia is a mode that doesn't get much airtime these days, but it's still totally effective. It's actually a part of the FL Digi suite. So if you go to FL Digi, just Google it. It'll show up as a SourceForge project. So make sure you're downloading it from here. I'll drop this in the chat so you guys can check it out. And yeah, your Windows computer, if you're running Windows, might complain that it looks like a virus. If it's not, if you're pulling it from the URL I just dropped, it's not. It's fine. But it is more of an older style app, and so I thought I'd walk you through the whole install. Now, for those of you playing along at home, if you watched this, I think it was last week or the week before, we were talking about that Chewy laptop. You guys were like, "Hey, you should go check out this laptop." So I did. I bought it. It's off of Amazon. It's $350. It's a 10-inch laptop, which actually is kind of a sweet spot. It works out pretty well for amateur radio stuff. But I have it connected, so I'm pretty much setting this up live with you guys here on the video today. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over. Hopefully here. Let's see if it's gonna make me log in again. Let's just go ahead and go back to Mike for a second while I log in here. Hold on.
Well, they're telling me my audio is out of sync.
I thought I fixed it, but there's not much we can do about that. That's Zoom internet stuff. It's almost as though. Well, go ahead and say something. Talk to us a little bit. CQ,
we're taking check-ins for the YL system.
I love how you're doing a live stream, and they're like, well, something happened. It's like, yeah, stuff happens. And there's like nothing we can do about it, because I could stop the stream and we could restart our computers and do it, but it's like you can't do much about it. I mean, you as a guest, you could probably hop out and come back in, but whatever. It's fine. You're supposed to be doing computer things with the radios, not just make sure our audio is synced up to our voices. But all right, let's take a look at this. Where did my my laptop thing go? There it is. So this should be my. Oh, we got multiple overarching screens here. There he is. He's right there in the corner. Wow.
No one puts Mike in the corner.
No one puts Mike in the corner. That's right. So we're gonna get this going, and it goes through this help configuration wizard, which is it works. Just run through it. So you're gonna give it your call sign. I don't give it much other than that unless it complains about it. But so I'm KI6NAZ. You're not KI6NAZ, so make sure you put in your own thing. And then for port audio, you're going to, so I have my 705 here, right? So 705, what does it do? It shows up as a kind of a random, there it is, microphone, USB audio codec. USB audio codec is the same here, so great. Looks like we got that correct. Audio device, no, we're not sharing it. We're going to leave that alone for now. And we want to use, oh no, we're not going to use RigCat. We're going to use HamLib. And we should be able to, if this is a appropriate updated version of this, we should have a 705 right there. Sure enough, there it is. I'm on COM port 6. There's 2 ports that get opened by the 705. And I'm going to use 1900 baud. Sideband is going to be always upper sideband for me, but you could leave it as rig mode if you want. And then let's initialize. And maybe. Okay.
No way this works first try.
It should. This is a pretty simple one, but all right. I'm not going to mess with this right now. Again, we're just going to be playing around. And there it is. There it is in all its... Oh, yes. Okay. You have doomed us, Mike, by saying that, though, so I just want you to know that.
That's why I'm here.
So here we go. We are in FL Digi. This is what it looks like. It's fairly old school. But I'm going to change the op mode to... Where did it go? Olivia. And I actually don't know which mode of Olivia they're going to be using. We should probably reference the website here. Do they even mention that? I don't think they did. Where's the bulletin? Yeah. They don't even say Olivia. Interesting. So, okay, you're going to have to make sure you go to the Winter Field Day website before the contest and determine that they're using the appropriate mode of operation or that you are using it. So I'm just going to go with OL4 2K. So here we go. We're Olivia-ing it. So I'm going to turn my antenna on for my 705. And we should be getting some noise. Yep, we are. You can't really see it, but trust me, it's there for all you watching at home. Let's see. What's a frequency that people use for Olivia? I guess it doesn't matter for most things we're going to test here, but let's go down to... Yeah, let's go.
So is this a mode where you just pick a frequency kind of in the digital portion and go for it?
Yeah, it's like PSK. Same kind of thing.
I've not done that either.
You've never done PSK?
Uh-uh.
Really? Okay.
Would I lie?
So I'm on 14.121. Oh, 14.200 is what people use? Well, I'll take your word for it, Jason. Let's go up. Jason Lockwood. Is it Lockwood? Yeah. Oh, that's way too far now. But you can see, hopefully, can't you see? No, you're probably, it's too small, but it is changing my radio, so we have cat connected. So, hey, there's part of it, and we're going to call CQ here. So, hit it. It's saying my call sign, KI6NAZ. And what did we lose? We lost something due to, I'm running an amp out the back here. So let me.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's me getting fancy.
Is that a new amp we haven't heard of, or?
It's the Micro PA50.
Oh, okay.
Nothing new. Let's see if we... Oh, somebody's dropping... Let's see. Did we lose it? If we lost it, we'll just restart real fast. Looks like we did. I'm gonna go ahead and close this. See, Mike, you cursed me.
Yeah, it's me. It's definitely not your Windows computer that you're using. You could have done all of this on Mac, except for WinLink. Yet here we are.
Oh, we don't need that.
Nice background, though.
Thank you. Like my turtle?
Turtle.
I have...
Are we sure 14.200 is the frequency?
I don't think it matters.
That just sounds weird.
I don't think it matters.
They're trying to rile me up. Somebody like an hour before the stream started was putting bets on the over-under about how many times people were going to mention APRS.
I get another comment saying 14072. Yeah, that's probably more in line. I'm an amateur extra, though, so that's fine. I'll just go there. Let's see. How are we doing? Well, we're not keying the radio, so perfect. It's working as expected. Well, that can happen. So go to configure and go to config dialog. And you're like, what is going on here? Well, that whole wizard that you saw earlier, so it didn't save my call sign. Well, there's your problem. So let's just go ahead and add that back in. Rig control, we'll go back to, what did we say? No, we don't want rig cat, we want hamlib. Yep, see, it totally forgot everything. ICOM 705, stable. Yeah, I want the stable version. I'm not interested in the experimental.
See, it's not just me, guys. It's not just me these things happen to.
That's right. So I'm going to hit save now. Apparently, you must save. Close, no guarantee. Close is just, that's a sucker's move. So let's try this now. All right, so it moved it to 200, so we're going to drop that down up to 72. And
wouldn't 72 upper sideband be interfering with 14074?
It's pretty close. Pretty close.
Yeah. Well, how wide's the bandwidth?
Oh, we got Mike Kelly in the house. Hey, we got a live update on what they're using. Thank you so much for letting us know. They're going to be using 8250 and 8500. So okay, let's change that. We're going to go to op mode. We're going to go to Olivia, and we're going to go. Let's just use the first one, 8250. 8250. There we go. I'm just going to drop it to 72 then. 70. 14070 is where I'm going to transmit, and let's do a CQ call. Hey, look at that. No audio. No audio. Fantastic. So let that finish. Whenever you're done here, bud. Okay, I'm going to stop it. Go back to configure. It's because I didn't set the audio. Sound card is where you want to be. Devices. Yep, we need port and audio. There it is. Save that. And close. All right, let's try that again. There we go. Now we're transmitting. Now, we're blowing out our ALC a little bit, so we're going to have to adjust that. Remember your ICOM lessons, kids. Your ALC is kind of important. You're going to be splattery. And it looks like we killed it again. Oh, good. Interesting. Is it tuning still? No, we lost it completely. Excellent. Excellent. Fantastic. Yeah, we'll have Mike do it. I don't believe that that there is a FL Digi for Mac. Mike, have you ever played with an FL Digi for Mac?
Yes.
Does it exist on Mac?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I've said in videos, like, there's everything for Mac other than, like, the only thing that I don't have is WinLink.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, I've got Chirp, JSA Call, WSJTX, Grid Tracker. I use Rumlog, Hammers, FL Digi, FL Rig, all of it. Yeah.
Well, something I don't know how to do here, and I actually didn't expect it. So that's your squelch on the right-hand side. So we often will use the slider on WSJTX to control the ALC. But apparently there isn't ALC control in this. You know how long it's been since I used this? This was the first app that I used when I got into amateur radio, when I got on HF, was for doing PSK31. And that was on, like, some old QRP radio with an audio interface. And whoo, buddy, it was a little crazy. Let's see. You might have to take over for showing JS8, and I'll work on this while we so I can lower the power, the output volume of the computer. ALC adjustment is on the bottom right. Oh, we're getting chat help here. Which one is that? Well, I'll look
Probably
at the chat.
Probably the one I'm covering up.
And I will cue. Yeah,
I'm the last guy to teach JS8.
Well, I'll be here. I'll be here to help because I'm actually way more comfortable in that app. But yeah, why don't you show off your JS8 call setup there?
Yeah,
And
look
if
at
somebody
that.
in the chat wants to
Throw
tell me
that
where that
there.
ALC, look at that setup you got.
Oh. Move stuff around.
Oh, you got rid of the Comic Sans. I'm disappointed now.
Yeah. He wanted me to change the font like 7 minutes before the stream
right.
went live here. So,
A little bit bigger.
So this is JS8 call.
Yeah.
And it's really neat. And you can send messages. So let's see. I'm just gonna send. Let's watch this waterfall light up. So I guess like the easiest thing to do, you would just go all call, but I'm going to use Ham Radio Crash Course in this instance, or should I use all call?
Doesn't matter. You should probably also show people the settings really quick too. But yeah, if you want to demo it before you show it, that's cool too.
Sure. Well, let's send something out. So let's just go CQ K8MRD, and we'll send it. So it'll send 30 seconds. So I think I'm using mode normal, or do I want to use fast? Probably normal, right? Yeah, go normal.
Normal's fine.
Sure, and then send it. So this is going to use, this kind of was built on the backbone of WSJTX. And
buzzing. We got the buzzes.
No, is that? Yeah.
Love it.
That's good.
While he's transmitting, I will say a big thank you. We got a super chat that I missed. Oh, it's a question. So go ahead and say what you're going to say, Mike, and then I'll answer the question.
Oh, I was just going to say it's built on FT8, so it basically is going to send messages in 15-second increments until it's done. So that one sent it in 2 blocks of 15, so it took 30 seconds to go out. So that's what a CQ looks like. Somebody can come back. I really don't know how to use this program very well.
Oh, look at that.
Here's this guy coming back, so let's right-click him and reply. Is that AI7?
We can't really see your right click, but I can show it later.
Oh.
What it is. But yeah, it's fine.
Oh, that's because I'm sharing the
tab. You're sharing the window.
Application, not the window.
Or the
We're so prepared for this.
Yeah. It's good. So I can bring up JSA call after and show. But basically, if you right click on it and go to messages, you can reply with SNR, or you can I think you can just double click on his name if you want to type out a message directly too on the right side. The right side window. The guy replied.
Send a signal report. There we are.
There you go. He's transmitting a signal report. Well, in Winter Field Day, you're going to have to do the exchange with the individual. You're going to have to say, basically whatever the handshake is, which is going to be you typing it. You can make macros, though, if you're so inclined to do that. So Crandall Logan with a $10 super chat. Thank you, buddy. Question: I'm 24, working towards my tech with natty disasters, Helene, Cali, and Maui. How do I convince my family to at least get a radio for MCOM? Probably a Fang. This stuff won't hit here. Boy, it's a $17 radio. I don't know what convincing there has to be. I feel like you can just make $17 disappear in a couple of seconds at a McDonald's if you tried hard enough, or definitely a Chipotle. But I just go buy the radio and try around, see what you can hear. Of course, don't transmit until you have your license, right? Of course, but yeah, just go for it. What I would mention though with Helene, and particularly places like Asheville, North Carolina, there was no communication. There was no cell phones. There was no internet. There was no power. And here in California, while a lot of places have lost power, there's been no loss of communication. So the radio becomes more of a tertiary communication tool, a backup tool, if you will, to make sure that everything's working correctly, right? Or just, the capability to talk to somebody. So, yeah. Hopefully that helps. What are your thoughts, Mike?
What is the exchange for JSA call?
Well, let's look it up. Let me see if I can find it real fast.
It is a really neat mode. Anytime I go on it, there's no one there, and I give up after a few minutes. It's usually like once a year when you do a live stream on JSA call that gets used.
Yeah, I always try it on.
I just don't have the muscle memory to to just do it, like sending messages and relays and all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff you can do with it, though. So the exchange is your call sign, a category number, and a class identifier, and a location identifier. So the category is going to be the number of transceivers you have at the site. Class, and there are, there are 4: home, indoor, outdoor, or mobile. And then your location is going to be your ARRL section. So in my case, California is so big, I'm in the LAX section, largely, LA County. And then let's see, your category, class, location identifiers throughout the whole event. If your location changes during the section, such as a long haul, your section, the first is you make a contact, for example. Okay. Yeah. And you can move about. This is actually an interesting thing that they did with Winter Field Day this year is you can move about and change locations. So that's handy. Why don't you show the configuration you have for JS8? Oh,
well, I can do that.
I think you might have to share your screen now.
Aren't I?
Well,
the
settings is
that version.
Yeah.
Let's try.
There was another question that came up is, where do you go? What YouTube channel has antenna building? I mean, we all build antennas. If you mean just devoted to antenna building, I don't think there's any one channel that just does antenna building, but I got a ton. So does Mike. Check it out.
That good?
I can't see the settings window.
Well, it's because I don't have it open yet.
Hey!
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. So it's kind of similar to FT8, but a little bit different. So general, you put your call sign in, your grid square. Here's your group. So if you want to put in @Ham Radio Crash Course, you just type in @Ham Radio Crash Course there. I don't think I've done anything else in here. Under radio, this screwed me up last night because I was trying to get the port because it's cat.
Yeah.
And you don't change it on this tab. You go over to cat control.
Yeah. Right?
You change it over here, so you find your port there. Man, changing these fonts really screwed this up. See how far apart they are? But anyway, I'm on TTY 1320. Data bits default. I just have everything at default. And then for rig options, we're going to use cat. I like to use data packet and fake it. Mm-hmm. And then under audio, I have a couple of audio codecs, so I get to dance between the two. But you pick, I'm using an ICOM 7610, so it would just show up as USB audio codec. Same thing with 7300. I think the 705 would show up as audio codec. Most of them show up as audio codec. Unless you're using a DigiRig, then it'll show up as like PNP sound device or something. And that's kind of it. Then you hit test cat, and hopefully it turns green.
And he is on a Mac, so it's going to be slightly different, but the most of the settings will be the same. Your audio adapters will look a little bit different, so will your serial adapters, but pretty much the same function.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, under radio, Mac uses these instead of COM ports, but this is where you would do your COM port under cat control if you're on Windblows.
Thanks, Jason, for the gifted members. Appreciate that. Mike Kelly has created macros. They are running a 3 Oscar, which is outdoors, in Alabama. That's their ARRL section, and they made a macro for it. So they'll be able to send that easily with a push of a button.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
How would you make a macro? That'd be under messages, wouldn't it?
No, you see, I think you can right-click on... See that says CQ? The CQ button on the left side? Can you right-click on that?
That one?
Yeah. Can you edit it?
Not to my knowledge.
Oh, okay. Then you're gonna. Oh, now you did it.
Oh boy.
Then go into settings and change the macros.
Saved messages? No. I don't know. I don't know where you do that.
Button has the macros.
The what?
Saved button has the macros.
What the heck does that mean? Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Edit saved messages. There you are. Okay.
Oh, so then, yeah, you just do it there. So click add.
Well, let's close this again. I don't know what I just did. Edit messages.
And then add. Yeah. And then type in that. Oh, I guess you have to type and then add. So this is like when you're replying to somebody, you would be double clicking on their name and you would say, so if you were a 4 outdoors
4
O, alpha's
4
fine.
Oscar.
And whatever you're going to run. And then you're going to be in, well, Texas has got a ton. So you're going to have to put in your section in there.
Yeah. 4 Oscar November Tango X-ray.
There you go. Hit add.
Oh yeah. Add.
And hit OK.
Okay. So then we can just do that.
Yeah.
And then it's going to send when it's time to send. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then that saves presumably into this log, maybe? Hey, there's that noise. Is that really loud on your end?
It's a little bit. It's okay, though. It knows that's how you know it's working, kids.
Yeah. I saw K6EGG laughing at me.
The logger, though, with JSA call, just like with WSJTX, you can connect it to a logger like N3FJP or whatever you may be running. And then it'll auto-log there so that you can have one location. Particularly if you're running as a club station, you definitely want to co-locate your logs if you can.
Yeah, that would be good.
Mm-hmm. So let me go back here. I think I've got my... Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Let me grab my...
I don't know what I'm going to do for logging for Winterfield Day.
You're not going to use all one log, like N3FJP or something?
I don't have a Windows computer.
Oh.
Not when I'm going to buy it. The only thing I have is just this tiny little, it's like the size of it's like 4 inches by 4 inches. This tiny little thing. Doesn't have a monitor. It's just a little box.
Yeah, so the lower right-hand corner of FL Digi, going back to FL Digi here, thank you, what's the frequency? He mentioned that the little sliders, the little arrows on the left and right, will decrease the ALC output. So now I've got that sorted out, and I'm not splattering all over the place.
Which sliders? Where are they?
Well, it's not a slider. It's a little arrow keys. The negative 25.
Those.
Yeah, if you click on them, it'll bring it down. That's your ALC.
That's intuitive.
Yeah, I mean the slider on WSJTX I think makes perfect sense. That's very easy. JSA call is the same concept. So, all right, now let's do the CQ again and see if we got it working. Yeah, it's working now. So it was an ALC thing. Make sure your ALC is about at least below the halfway point on an ICOM radio, or ideally as close to the left as you can be. But you want to make sure you don't go too far because then you'd be completely not putting anything out.
Do you need to manually log the contacts in JS8? Or how does it know? You probably have to hit that log button, right, and type in the info?
Sure, but yeah, so you do have to do that, but you would fill that into the different... There's different fields that are... I guess if you click the log button again, you can show that. That will get saved off to your logger if you have a logger connected. Oh, well, we got most of the way there, and it died again. So you got to love that. Let's see if we knock this down a step again and see what it does. We got almost all the way through a proper CQ call, and then it died. Yeah, and if you want to log it, I guess you can log it locally, Mike, and then you can just combine the thing with ADIF tools, or ADIF Master, I believe is the name of the application. Get your Windows friends to do that. Believe it or not, Jody, I have both a choke on the USB and the coax, and it's still doing it. Mind you, it's not doing this on the any other of the apps, so there's something else afoot here. But such is live. I will duck down my... Oh, -30 is as far as you can go. Let me try this. Oh, that's nice though. That's nice and low. Yeah. All right. Packet or PKT USB is the digital in your 705. Yeah, Bluetooth, that USB, that's going to be the next thing. But this is a brand new laptop, so I was just going to throw USB on the side of it and go for it. But hey, look at that. We got all kinds of problems already. So let's do it again. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can make this work.
Man, that Bluetooth thing for the 891 looked so promising.
The one that was on Amazon?
Was it even Amazon? You know what I'm talking about? It like plugs into the back of the 891.
It's like a dongle that you shoves in the back.
Yeah. It was N1JUR just put a video out on it, and it literally only works with Android.
Oh no.
And yeah.
It's on Amazon and it's very poorly rated.
Well, he didn't give it a very good rating either.
Very poorly.
I thought that'd be so cool because I just purchased another 891. It's actually sitting in that Gigaparts box right there. And I was like, dude, if I could have an 891, I want to get the Armalock cage for it and, like portable it all out. To have that Bluetooth module to do like digital modes and stuff would be a game changer, but no. It's all run USB cord.
But I gotta say, they DigiRig did a good job on their interface.
Oh yeah,
I think it's I think that's the way to go for the 891.
Yeah, and I'll just get another one of those. So
well, that died again, and it died at the same point. So I have a feeling that might be. I don't know if that's RF because I'm not having the same problem. I was just doing WinLink before the show with the amp on, killing it out here, replying to emails. So I don't think it's that. I think there's something else afoot. But hey, FL Digi's kind of a older app now. They still update it. The last update was, I think, November of 2024. So yeah. All right, I'm going to close this out, and I'm going to go over to WinLink because I think that's where you're going to spend. Oh, try 40? I could. We'll come back to that. William, I showed you the setup, so your mileage may vary. But it is working.
Hopefully it's better than yours.
Yeah, I mean, it works. You'll have to tweak some things if you got to add a toroid or whatever, but that's how you set it up. It's pretty straightforward. So let's go ahead and let's go to my favorite one, and that is, get on Ham Radio 2.0 is saying 40-meter JSA is open. See if you can make a contact with Jason.
We might be able to. Let's see.
Well, I get my WinLink a run in here. I got to post an email. Dude, I know you. I know you love WinLink. You got the.
I do. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it is really good. But I understand your pain of being a Mac guy primarily. So WinLink Express is the app you're going to want to run. I'm also running something called Vara HF, VARAHF, Vara HF modem. I'm using both of those. That's my primary way of using WinLink. If you Google those and download them, they're all you can demo all of them. In fact, I just loaded this, so it doesn't even have my license in it yet for WinLink. But I did download these just before the show. We are going to run this as a Vara session. Vara session. Now, I would show you my settings, but then you'd see my actual logon information and other stuff, so I'm not going to show you that. But you will have to do a startup first-time configuration, so you will need to enter your call sign. And you also go to the WinLink website. If you go to WinLink and make an account there, that's how you set your password the first time. So I'm going to click on this drop-down, and I want Vara HF, and then I'm going to hit Open Session. And you get this little kind of terminal window that shows up. Pretty simple. It's already configured for my 705, but I'll show you how to do it. You click Settings, and you go to Radio Setup. Now, it does know about the 705, so it's in the drop-down. But you see this A4? This is kind of an important thing to remember. A4 is the CI5 ID that the application uses to send CI5 commands to the radio. So if you were on a 7300, what did you say that is, Mike? That's C7 or something like that? What's the
for what again? I'm sorry.
The 7300. What's the CI5 code? You remember it?
I think it's like A94.
I think you're right. So the CI5, if you wanted to use JSA call, I'll probably do this in a second, just to show you guys how to do this. But because it's 094, 94 is the number. The 705 is too new for JS8 call. Unfortunately, JS8 call is kind of like abandonware at this point. While the app works just fine, it just hasn't been updated in many years, so long that it doesn't know about the 705. So there's no configuration for it. But you can get around that by changing the CI5 command on the radio, which I can show you how to do. And then you'd be able to do JSA call if you have the 705. But anyway, this is my 705 configuration. We're going to use USB digital. COM6 is just the COM port that I'm plugged into. 19200 is the baud rate. And then you want to also have the PTT set to the 705. And then if you hit update, it'll make that CAT connection for you. So when you say open a VARA HF session, it's also going to open up VARA HF. And this is the VARA HF modem, which you see right here. Now, setting this up is very straightforward. You go to Setup, make sure that retries are set to 15. And if you have got the registration code because you paid, which I recommend you pay, it actually will run faster if you pay. So maybe try it first, and then if you like it, go ahead and pay the money to unlock the higher speed. Then go to Settings and hit Sound Card. And here, that's where you're going to tell it the USB audio codec for your speakers and your microphone. And you'll know it worked. You'll know everything worked if you got the CAT and everything set up and you hit Tune. And the radio should key up right here. And you're going to adjust ALC again. Oh, did we die? There we go. Let me drop that down a little bit. I wonder if it's proximity, because I moved this a little bit before the live stream. Yep. I'm going to close that because we want to reopen it so we don't kill it. Ooh, that's fun. Radio Mail is working, so it'll run on Mac OS. Ooh, that's that's great news.
Yes, it is.
All right, so I'm going to go to channel selection, and oh boy, it dropped off pretty hard. We were all green before the live stream, and now it's completely completely dropped off. Let's see. Let's scroll up a little bit. I've got some better ones.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I was down. I was trying to make a long distance. I did like 1,000 kilometers on a couple of watts of power. Awesome. It was pretty awesome with the 705. But I'm on 20, so I'm just going to find a 20-meter station. Oh, it looks like everything's ventured off of 20.
Well, that'll change your radio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna move it to 30. My antenna to 30 real fast. 30 meters is also pretty good for.
Usually 40 and 30 when I've sent WinLink emails.
Mm-hmm.
Those were really successful for me.
Yeah. And it looks like it's 145. So let's roll this guy. Here we go. Okay, 10 is moving. So we're looking at 10.145.50. And let me bring this guy up here. Probably need to bring my amp out of standby too. I'm going to need that, I think. We'll see. I don't know. We could lose it completely, though.
Max power.
We'll see. We'll see. All right. Is my antenna tuned? My antenna is tuned.
220, 221, whatever.
And let's see. Let's give it a shot. And this is kind of what you do is hunt around a little bit. And yes, this is allowed on Winter Field Day. You can try all kinds of different stations. VARA is one of the modes that you can use within WinLink. There are other modes. I recommend VARA.
Which is the only one that does HF.
That's right. No. What do you mean?
Is there another thing that does HF?
For WinLink?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
Let's see.
Is it?
I'll show you.
Pactor?
Pactor is one, but the one that everybody can use is it's not. Is it RDOP?
RDOP, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, RDOP. That's the other one to use. Okay, so we didn't make a connection there. They likely couldn't hear me, so that's all right. So I'm going to go back to my channel selection. See if I can find something else. We may have to go to 40 to make this work, but that's okay. 40 is actually pretty good for WinLink. I got another one. Oh, K6 SDR is in the Bay Area, which I believe K6 SDR is also one of the really, really nice web SDR accessible receivers you can get or you can access. It's a really good station. Let's give it a shot.
Is your antenna pointed that way?
It's a dipole on 30 and 40.
Oh, okay. Do it now.
We can try the auto connect. I generally like to look at what I'm connecting to, largely because I'm sometimes on a beam as well.
You can auto connect? What, it just keeps trying all the different things?
Yeah, the problem is I have my my antenna will change depending on the band of operation. Right? So it's got to adjust itself. So I will seldom tell it to like try all the bands. That's a fun way to mess up an antenna potentially. A very expensive antenna.
Well, the antenna and your radios and stuff.
Yeah.
Especially if you got an amp plugged in.
All right. That didn't work. So we are going to try another one, but I think I'm going to move to 40. It's giving me better hope here on 40, so let's find something a little bit closer. And I will move my antenna as well. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure you can narrow it all down, which I'm sure you could all do that, but guys, we're just doing a quick demo. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching. 500-something people. That's awesome. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
For watching us fail. I'm the only one that's made a contact.
Last week we did.
Call.
Oh, I didn't expect a whole lot on Olivia. I just wanted to show people how to get on FL Digi because it's a kind of part of the bulletin.
I'm gonna need to. I don't know if I have that on my MacBook Air. I'm gonna have to put it on. See if I can copy that bulletin.
All right, let's go ahead and do the thing.
Is that when? It's in 2 weeks, Winter Field Day?
Last weekend in January, yeah.
Jeez. I love that feeling you get once you finally connect to
it's the best. It's the best.
A station. There you go.
Got it.
That's the noise right
That's
there.
it.
That R2D2.
R2D2's getting spicy.
I have no idea in all of the manuals that Jose has written for Vara, which are very limited. Nowhere does he explain that little box to the top right of the modem.
Yeah.
And like what all the dots, because yours were like kind of in an X.
Yeah. Have you ever seen it go to a grid?
I've seen it do all kinds of crazy things, but I don't know what the heck any of that means.
Yeah, so it's the breaking. It's basically like channelizing the data passing so that you're passing more data at any one time. That's what allows you to send more data. So if the signal's very good, it will start bifurcating this into a grid, and it's sending a little bit of data. Like right now, this is 4, so it's quad-based data processing in what it's sending. So all this is a little bit of data. But if you've got a really good connection, it starts to break that up even more. Yeah, okay. That's a better way of saying it. What's the frequency? It's a segment is the number of concurrent carriers. So it's like, you can make one contact with WSJTX, but on my Flex radio, I can split my Flex radio up to have like multiple instances of WSJTX. So I'm making more contacts, hypothetically. So by splitting it like that, I'm making more contacts, or I'm sending more data.
Interesting.
And that's it. We did it. We sent the thing.
Nice.
And that's funny because it locked itself up again. But it worked.
Is that a big chungus of a ferrite next to the computer there?
The chungus is right off to the side. This is the amp.
What's to the right of the computer where the USB is plugged
Oh
in?
yeah, this guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
another big chungus.
Yeah. Okay. So
Well,
you
shoot, we did that.
ferreted to the core.
That's right. We did that in pretty quick time. We got through 3 of them. Let's see what else.
You said you were going to go back
to JSA call. Yeah. Let's do that.
Well, that or I thought you were going to go back to the other one, but whatever.
I have a feeling that other ones. Yeah, I'll mess with that. You guys should all mess with it.
Well,
all
you got to do is receive, though. So
yeah, you're just receiving the bulletin. You don't necessarily have to make a contact on it.
But how do you know what frequency they're on? Did they say?
They're going to post it on the day of the event.
Where?
Winterfield Days website.
Okay.
So on the 705, we need to go to connectors, CI5, civ address. See how it's A4? I'm actually going to write that down because I'm not going to remember. I don't want to Google it.
That's the address for the 705.
Yeah, I got to change it though to the 7300 to get JSA call.
Oh, yeah.
So what did everybody say? This is 97.
I thought it was 94, but
What is it, kids?
It's been so long since I've.
Is it 97 or 94?
Let's see.
94. Thank you, Jody. A name when Jody tells me something, I know I can trust it immediately.
Yeah. See, I was right though.
You were. I was gonna do what you said. Here's my best, not just the best toolkit money can buy at Harbor Freight. It's the best radio stand that money can buy.
I was wondering if that was from Harbor Freight. I just watched your video
on
that
buddy,
10-meter antenna.
I love this thing so much. I can't tell you, dude. I have one in my truck. I have one on my desk, and I just bought 2 more today, and I'm probably going to buy more to give away at the Ham Radio Crash Course Campout.
How much are they?
$30, $40. But
$40 at Harbor Freight? That's insane.
Icon is their top-of-the-line tool brand, Mike. Oh. Top of the line. But you pair this with the 15 or 20% off discount, and there you go. That's the.
Well, you must be an Inside Track member.
No, anybody can get the 15 or 30. But yes, I am also on the Inside Track. Come on. Come on now. All right, so let me go back to JSA call. So basically, I'm going to trick JSA call to think my 705 is a 7300. So I'm going to go to File, Settings, Radio. I'm going to tell it it's an ICOM 7300, IC 730. Booyah. Cat control, yay, data packet. We're going to say fake it until you make it. I'm going to go cat control. That is going to be on USB 6 for me. Baud rate is 19200. 8, 1. And test. Got it. First try. And let's see. Are you set to rig for cat? What are we doing here? Oh, yeah. Come on, cat. Cat, bro, cat. Do you even cat? We got it. All right. Now change the audio. And we are on 40, so I will click on the frequency change. And let's give a CQ to my oh, not CQ. We want.
Let's see if we can work each other.
And enable my heartbeat. I need a heartbeat.
So how do you call someone? You just put their call sign in and...
You can do it that way. You just double click on their name on the right.
Yeah, but if, like, say I wanted to call, like Jason said 40 was open, I would just put KC5HWB.
Yeah, at KC5HWB. And then,
at. Okay.
Yeah, you could put the at.
Let's try. Well, I'll wait for you.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to get a pile up here.
I'm not even on the Flex now, guys. I'm on the 705 with a basically a 50 watt amp putting about 30 watts.
Look at this. Look at how many people are in my received field.
So if I do K8 MRD, yo. I'm going to send that bad boy.
Just send it, man.
Just send it. Just send it, dog. I gotta get that Chewy too. Let me show you that Chewy laptop. Literally, this showed up like yesterday, so we're all just testing this laptop together at this point. Uh-oh. You lose something? All right, here's the link for the Chewy. So this is an interesting laptop because you're gonna do me like that?
There we are.
Do me like that, Chewy? Come on now. What's going on?
I do not see one KI6NAZ. Are you having more issues? I lost my audio.
No, I'm still there. No way. All right. So the Chewy is a 10.5-inch laptop. It's technically a Celeron, but it's really an Adder Lake N100 processor, which is way better than the Jenkapotamus, but it's also like 4 or 5 times the price. So, we're talking big money at $345. But it's a convertible. What do they call those? A yoga? A convertible? Convertible laptop. This is the liveliest I've seen JSA call in weeks. Yeah, every year, buddy. Every year. Once a year when we do a video on JSA call, it's a party. Did Dis8 call... Would Dis8 call and winking work on TrueSDX? Yes, it would.
Are you transmitting on JS8 right now?
I heartbeated. You give a heartbeat and see if I can hear you, and I'll try and.
Oh,
reply.
I'm just calling you.
Oh, but you didn't see me because I called you directly.
Oh.
You didn't see it.
No KI6NAZ up here.
JSA is never this good, they say, the kids. I really wish the developer would come back and we could get a little bit of an update. But to be honest with you, maybe he's just said it works exactly as intended. You can't improve upon perfection. The app has worked great for years. It consistently works good. What's the somebody wants a reply. So let's
I'm just gonna call CQ.
I just may do JS8 for the after chat. Speaking of the after chat, kids, if you don't want the ham radio fun to end, the link in the video description takes you to our Discord. We take your questions live. Any questions. If you didn't get your question answered, or you got questions about Winter Field Day coming up, how to do it, participate, all that fun stuff, take the link in the video description and join us. But don't worry, there'll be a live stream here on YouTube as well, so you can watch from home, and you can just type out your question if you have it.
What is the point of Heartbeat?
So the Heartbeat, it gets people to reply to you automatically, so you know who can hear you.
Oh, okay.
And it fills up that right-hand screen. So there's two very strong camps of the Heartbeat. You get some real die-hard JSA callers that'll tell you should only Heartbeat occasionally.
There's die-hard JSA callers.
Oh, buddy,
I know 3.
Last year, we got into it with them. They're like, you should never leave Heartbeat on automatic. You should never auto Heartbeat. Because you could miss somebody sending you a message to save in your inbox. And it's like, that's a true statement. That's a true statement. That's no question. But also, it is helpful. How do you Heartbeat? I'll show you how to Heartbeat right now. Let me go ahead and take my my overhead cam
So
off.
hang on one second.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got this window that popped up. It says a transmission is queued for auto reply for Heartbeat.
Yeah.
Why would I want to do this?
So they know that you heard them, and it's kind of like, how we use Grid Tracker to show what our FT8 packets are getting out, our FT8 messages.
Yeah.
So this is like a more manual way of doing it, because you're replying to people so you can fill out that right-hand window. That right-hand window is like the people you're actually hearing.
So it's kind of just like saying, hey, who can hear me?
Right.
And then people reply back.
Right.
So then you could engage in, if I can hear this Whiskey Mike 7 Charlie, and then he's in 7 land, maybe I'm trying to get a message to you, so I could relay a message through him to you because I don't hear you.
Fantastic you bring that up, because that's something else you can do, is you can right-click on somebody's name that hears you, and I can ask, do you hear K8MRD? And if they do, I can relay a message through them to you. We tested this last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Okay, let me show you for the question that was, how do you get the Heartbeat? Need a Heartbeat. go ahead and upper right-hand corner, it says fast, multi, auto, blah, blah, blah. Click on that. And check the box that says enable heartbeat. And you can also say enable heartbeat acknowledgments if you're so inclined. If you leave that off, it will prompt you before it goes off and does it. So, yeah, let's see. K at MRD, I couldn't. So this guy, he heard me. He replied. So I'm going to right-click on him. And I'm going to say saved messages. No, directed message. And I'm going to ask who he's hearing.
See what you're doing.
I'm going to see what if he replies to me automatically. Test out who he's hearing. Oh, my ALC is way too high.
So you just did something in the thing.
Mm-hmm.
What did you right-clicked on a call sign and then did what?
Yeah. So if there's a star by the name, that means that they heard you and replied with a heartbeat. So that's somebody that you know can hear you. So you can use that to find out who they hear. And then that might be able, they can work a directed contact if they want.
So you would have to physically type a message saying, hey, do you hear KI6NAZ?
I don't know if you can physically type it, but the quick way is you can just reply with hearing, and they'll come back with a list of people they can hear.
Where the heck is reply with hearing?
Alabama Andrew. Yes, it is. That's why I keep saying, I need a heartbeat. That's literally the song from Don Johnson.
Oh, hearing.
Yeah.
The next to the big word that says hearing.
Yeah. I think it's all capitals, too, just in case you missed it.
For the lay people out there, I'll show you. So I'm going to right-click on Whiskey Mike 7 Charlie, go to directed message, directed to Whiskey Mike 7 Charlie, and then this hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna axe him.
$529 people watching us screw around with ham radio digital modes. Gotta love that. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
I think they're just masochists and want to see how much we can fail.
I got there's a part of me that's like ham radio is a bit masochistic. Like there's a lot of pains that we go through, and we almost do it for the fun of it, which is a bit telling, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Super chat from The Bandit. What video would I watch to understand if I was 5? You should go watch our JS8 call videos. The JS8 call video I did with Mike last year, if you're interested in JS8 call, breaks it down at the base level, and we show operating patterns and all that stuff.
I was just drinking that night, so I didn't retain anything.
Yes.
Okay, so he's hearing whiskey uniform. What the hell is that? That's not a call sign.
James, I don't know what that question is. How is the back channel available? PSKR. Chat, help us out.
Oh, there. Okay, so he's still transmitting.
Yeah, let's see what Mike's got going on here.
So
yeah,
I
he's still sending.
Who's this guy hearing? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that WUH. I don't want to reply to him.
The star on the side is people that have replied to a heartbeat.
Okay, and then this little triangle thing is when the transmission is done. That's right. It's coming back.
Yeah, the little triangle implies that the conversation is done. I guess it's better to be snowed in than on fire for everybody that's snowed in right now.
I didn't get anything. Like, it dipped below the 30s, I think, one night, but...
Are you? I mean, you're towards the north of Texas, right?
No, I'm towards the south.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, I totally misunderstood that.
Houston is south.
Ah, okay, my bad. I didn't realize that's where Huntsville is. So
no, yeah. I'm 167 miles south of Dallas.
Ah, okay.
Middle of nowhere.
Jeff Cad Wallader. Wow, I hope I said that name. Wallader or Wallader? It might be Wallader. Let me go back here and I'll show you how to log a contact. So, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and hide this. I'm going to say no. Sorry, I'm not replying to your SNR. Not today. Upper right-hand corner, you click the log button. And so let's say I made a contact with Mike. I can just say K8 MRD. Now I can say now. We completed now. The mode is JS8. It knows my band. Signal report. I gave him a 5.9. He gave me a 2.1. And then the grid.
Well, wouldn't you do it in dB though?
Sure, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Then grid, you can type in the grid because again, you might exchange some info. Now down here is where I would put the exchange for your winter field day. So this would be your for Oscar, Alabama, right? And then you'd hit add to log. And retaining comments is probably not a good idea because you're going to change them.
Yeah, this probably would be better just to log in your actual logging software that you're using in this instance.
Yeah, if you are actually working with a club and you have something like N3FJP, which is what my club uses, that's the better thing to use. You want to use that for sure.
So now is there a way to query, like, who can hear KI6NAZ? So I could just know and then route a message to you that way?
I don't know if you can just do hearing, like at all call hearing. So if I do all call hearing question mark K8 MRD, boy, this could be wild. Let's see if this works.
The hearing isn't even an option when I right click on all call.
I typed it. I'm kind of like I'm doing it manual.
Oh, hang on.
Ah,
oh, I see. Okay.
So there's somebody. So there's somebody who has some talents. Mike Kelly. He said for JSA call you can add new field and add class ARRL sect and N3FJP will pick them up for winter field day. Whoo, buddy. I don't know if this is going to work, but if it does, holy smokes, that's super valuable.
I guess I should send a heartbeat out. Well, no, because people have heard me. Mm-hmm. So, like, how long does that last if someone's heard me?
Until the next time they reply to you. Oh, wait, somebody's replying. Wait, really? That works? Hold on. Let me go back to the message and make sure I got the format right. Yeah, hearing. Yeah.
Is it case sensitive?
All capital letters with a question mark.
Yeah.
Somebody is
So
typing.
you just typed in at all call.
I double clicked on the at all call and then I typed in hearing with a question mark, and then typed in K8MRD.
With spaces between them, I assume.
Yes. Now I can't hear that person anymore.
All right, let's just send it.
Give it a shot.
Somebody stole my frequency.
Still gonna send it. I'm still gonna send it.
Go there.
Gonna go full Larry Enticer on this one.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes. I haven't heard from that guy in a while. Is he still alive?
I have no
Larry
idea.
Enticer? Remember that dude?
I feel you probably introduced me to Larry Enticer.
I probably did. I'm still gonna send it.
What did I send you yesterday? Oh, that radio, or not yesterday, but that radio, that antenna song.
Yeah. The love child of Kraftwerk.
No, that was what you sent me. You sent me some weird German thing.
Yeah, Kraftwerk. It was the first,
Yeah.
they're considered like the first electronic band, techno band.
Yeah, but that's not what I sent you.
No, I know.
That
Yours was good. It
Completely
was
different band.
Pirate radio, get your antenna up or something.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, maybe that doesn't work then. Oh, bummer.
I just got AJ9FE asking for a signal report, or maybe he's telling me one. I don't know what this means. But I'm not getting anybody saying they can hear you. So
No, I'm not seeing that either.
Apparently you can't do that. So that's kind of a limitation.
Oh.
Like if I need to send a directed message.
Well, you know what works is if I just hear you directly.
Get out of here.
Look it, bud.
Oh, do you hear me?
I hear you.
Oh, all right.
So let me just do at K8MRD. Let me try that
Send
again.
me a message.
We'll do that. I'm gonna do that right now. Let's see if you get it. We'll see if on the right-hand side screen is Mike's screen.
The one that looks like a Mac. Except this doesn't. This kind of has like a Windows feel to it, just the UI.
Oh, let's see. Looks like.
So you heard me.
Oh, no, you can't hear me.
No.
Nope.
So how do you relay a message?
Somebody would have to hear me. Like if you. Okay, I'll tell you how to do it. It's pretty easy. So let's see.
That doesn't work.
Who might hear you? Who was the last person I heard?
Oh, he's minus 18. How's your propagation to one land?
Non-existent, looks like. Let's try this guy. He's an 8 call.
I could try.
So if you right-click on somebody's call sign and you go directed to and then the call sign, you can say it's the forward caret or the forward arrow, the right arrow, message. Please relay this message to this destination.
So that's just a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do this 6 call here.
The really fun one, though, is when you give a call sign and then a message, it will store the message at that call sign, and then you go to that call sign and say, hey, do you have any messages for me? And it'll download them to you. It's like an intermediary mailbox.
Yeah, but how would you know to go to what call sign on the receiving end?
You either have to pre-configure it, or you can ask them, "Hey, are you holding any messages for me?" Like it'll reply back. It's like it's almost like a BBS, like an old school BBS. It's pretty awesome.
That doesn't make any sense. Because you can't just query the whole ham radio world. Hey, who's got a message for me? Mm-hmm. You would have to know specifically that this guy has a message for you.
Just gonna be blowing up people's.
Like, hey, I see this guy's on JS8. Let me ask him. Hey, you got any messages for? That's like walking in, like you go to the supermarket and you just stop every single person. Hey, do you have any messages for me?
Do you have any messages for me?
And they're like, what?
This guy's crazy.
Like they know.
He's touching all the tomatoes in the produce aisle. What's this guy up to?
So I'm sending you a message.
Oh,
via
there you
this
go.
WB6.
So yeah,
hello.
There's a fun
I don't know
one.
what that 6H is.
So when you do a heartbeat, someone that has messages for you will reply and say, "Hey, I got messages for you."
How would they know they have messages for you?
Because they heard your heartbeat. And the app said, oh, I've got messages for this guy that I just heard a heartbeat from. I'm going to reply to him and let him know. And actually, then when you do that, the app will say, you've got mail.
Will it really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, dude. So this guy acknowledged. Let's see if I picked a random guy with a 6 call. You're on 40 meters. Maybe you can get a. I mean, California's pretty long, so.
Yeah, just make sure I'm not transmitting when you do it.
Yeah. Well, I see because I'm sharing the window and not the app. If I go over here to look at what you're doing, then we get Inception. So
yeah, we got ham radio
I gotta turn off what I'm doing. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's even crazier. What did you do there?
Okay, so that's a good use of heartbeat. That's good. That's good to know.
Oh, WV5G can hear us both.
Well, let me rock a heartbeat here real quick.
Yeah, rock that heartbeat.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that other guy's forging a message right now.
We'll never know. I guess that's probably why Gaston was all about the no random contact, setting up a comms plan and all that. Because,
people are actually serious about off-grid communication. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's important. I mean, that's literally why I got into ham radio.
That's true. I remember that story. Yeah.
But yeah, that kind of makes sense because otherwise you're just shooting fish in a barrel.
Well, I mean, that's When you think about what we do most often, it kind of is like that, right? We're like calling CQ on a POTA. Like, who can I hear?
Yeah.
Who can hear me? Who do I hear? You know, that kind of thing.
And I guess it is kind of the same thing with WinLink because you have no idea, like that propagation thing, like all those greens,
yeah.
like you have no idea.
Yeah.
Like you got to try several times sometimes to get into a, what are they called? Not node.
No, I think it is gateway.
Gateway, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know specifically in the instructions for WinLink Express, they're called gateways, not nodes. They went out of their way to make sure.
How dare you?
They clarified. I mean, they weren't being
I know.
meanie about it. A transmission is queued for auto reply. So what does that mean? That just means this guy wants.
It's because you don't have auto replies turned on, and somebody called heartbeat that you could hear.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
I could
yeah,
see.
sure,
I could
why
see.
not?
I got a number of people that are also hitting me up for SNR, heartbeat, all that stuff.
They just want to talk, man. This is the one night a year where everybody.
This is the one night a year when we get on JSA call and we start going crazy. I'm gonna bump my power on this amp. We're going 30% power. I think I might get all the way to 30 watts on this bad boy, maybe even 40. I'm gonna do another heartbeat.
Well, I mean, the ham alert's picking us up, so something's happening.
We're getting out there.
And now there's another heartbeat trans. They're everywhere. Oh, KI6NAZ with a heartbeat.
Now you hear me? Now you can hear me. Okay. Go ahead. Then you say yes to that one. Then you say yes to that one. Okay.
But now another one popped up immediately after I hit yes to you.
Mm-hmm.
Do I hit yes to this guy or do I wait?
Maybe wait. Or
no,
you can say yes. It'll queue it up. It's fine.
Oh, it'll just queue? All right.
Hey, there you are. I see it.
Let me see.
What? Oh, Leia's giving me a bottle of something.
Nice. Some bottle of Malort.
Leia and all her lady friends have coagulated into our home, and they've pre-partied for some event they're going to.
Oh, nice.
And they didn't
socially lubricated.
Finish this bottle of Prosecco, so she handed it to me. So I'm now drinking Prosecco.
You didn't have your cans on. I asked if it was a bottle of Malort.
No, but you know what, Mike? Just in case, I always keep some on me. When
you come in from a hot day outside doing chores
after some yard work, man, a hot mowing the lawn,
ice cold beer, give me a shot of Malort.
I need some room temperature milk and Malort.
Oh God. Oh man.
When I swear I've had that bottle of Malort. So this goes way back. This is like 5 years, at least 5 years.
God.
I got a box, a care package that had 8 of those like little bottles of Malort in it. And I think I've drank through all of them. That stuff is gnarly. I'm not kidding.
Why?
What?
Why have you drank through all of them?
I don't know, live streaming.
You just didn't have
over the
any
years?
other alcohol.
No, it wasn't like that. It was more of like, you know how Jason and Tank, they do those cute little things where they'll drink pickle beer or whatever. Real challenge is drinking Malort. That's the real send me super chats. I'll drink some Malort. How's that sound, kids?
And I did it for free in Washington a few years ago.
Isn't that Chicago? Malort's a Chicago thing, right?
Well, no, with the Ham Radio Adventures Club.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're hardcore about the Malort.
I think it was. I can't remember who brought it, but whoever did is a butthole. But we all drank it.
So
I actually had some in October when I was there. I'm like, no.
All right. So you replied to me. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to find you. Maybe.
Sure.
Where you used to be able to just sort that. Sort by call sign. recent. And then you should be in the list. Did I not get a heartbeat from you? A reply?
I said yes.
I thought you did. I thought I
I'm
saw
using
it.
69% power.
On a what?
7610.
Oh, you got to go 100%, bud. It's not going to hurt anything.
I like to use 69% on digital.
I see.
Doesn't matter.
Let's see if you get this. This is me sending a message directly to you. And I think we'll wrap it up from here.
Watch me be like the designated JS8 call guru at Winter Field Day.
44 watts of power output here.
That's way too much. What would K6ARK say?
Oh, he's got 100-watt radios.
He'd use like 4.4 milliwatts.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true too. You didn't get any of that. Oh, you got it. No, you didn't get it.
I didn't get nothing, man.
So how did you hear my heartbeat? That's
the
weird.
bands work in mysterious
the
ways.
Bands,
man. There you are, right there.
It's the bands.
From 30 seconds ago, it says.
Yeah,
I ain't got no message from you.
Yeah.
I hope it was a nice one.
Oh, did the comet fly overhead? Is that what? We were expecting some kind of like 100,000-year comet that was flying overhead the next couple of days. Check my clock. Is my clock out of whack? Oh, I do. This is a wackadoo computer. Am I off on my clock? I don't think so.
You don't see that in this program either. Like there's no...
That's not a bad idea, though.
What is time delta? Is that... Oh, okay. Is that how much they're off?
Yeah, use Dimension 4 on Windows, kids.
You were 1,300 milliseconds for whatever that means.
That might be the problem.
Good old Windows computers can't keep time.
No, can't even keep time, man. Don't even have a clock in there.
Dude, I had to sync the time literally every time I wanted to use that Jankopotamus.
Oh yeah, 100%. Dimension 4 just running in the task manager tray, or I would use the GPS dongle all the time.
That's what I did when me and Ryan went to Big Bend National Park because there's no cell signal, there's no APRS, so I had to use that dongle because I was using the crap top.
All right, I just synced time.
All right, let's see if we can hear you. Yeah, I've literally never had to sync the time on my Mac, ever.
No, never. Not on mine either.
The only time I've done it was to show how to do it in a Mailbag Monday episode.
I don't... Oh. What the hell?
I just got a text from a 712 area code saying, "Good evening. Do you have dinner?" I haven't had dinner. Where's 712? That sounds fun.
Do you have dinner?
Now you're minus 300 seconds.
Oh, then
so I see you in the right-hand side, but there's no star next to you. Are you not a Sneech?
I didn't reply to you. I didn't reply to your heartbeat. I never saw it.
Oh, so if I'm seeing it in the right-hand side, obviously I'm hearing it then. You're plus 8 dB.
But you're not seeing it in the center window. Do you see it?
No. What does that got to do with anything? Isn't that just who I'm messaging? I thought the right window... I don't know what the hell's going on.
All right, let's do this again.
All right. Hold, please.
Don't transmit for a second.
I'm not. I feel we can usually hit each other.
On JS8, we usually can.
Yeah. FT8, you mean. There you are.
You see it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It says K8MRD.
There it is.
Is that all you typed?
Hi. That's it.
Now I gotta go. Whoops.
I realized what it was. I hit the @ symbol in front of your name. That's why. My bad.
You don't put the @ symbol
Don't.
when you're calling someone?
KI6NAZ, yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, let's go directed to KI6NAZ. I can just double click it though, right?
Yes, Watts, that's
Yeah.
exactly what was the problem. You guys need to be on the same offset to be in the center. No, you don't have to be. I don't. No, a directed message will be in the center window always.
All right, I'm shooting it back at you.
Directed messages will always be on the orange, the little fan-ish window.
Some
oh man, we're already
like
an hour and a half over. Yeah, I got it. It's coming in at plus 5 dB.
Nice. So then how would we actually make this an actual contact, like that you would log?
Well, it's pretty much done for us. So if I go to, let's see, I think,
because right now we're just saying hi, but if I were to just call CQ Winter Field Day,
so
CQ WFD,
you're on my right-hand window. Let me close this for a second. If I right-click on you, I should be able to click log, and it already got all the info. Well, that was the last one I filled out, but you could add that signal report. You could do all that stuff to it, and then we would log it.
Log. Oh, look at that.
There you go.
Comment hi. Why did it put hi for the comment?
Because that's what I sent.
That's what you said. Okay. So if you're sending like the exchange for field day, that would go to the comments then. Maybe.
I believe
you should probably
so.
just, I don't know. I feel you should just log your contacts for field day.
I would still use a logger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is more for like if you're just rag chewing on JSA call, which people do. They hang out and they just chat.
Yeah.
This is, that would be what you'd do if you just wanted to log it that way. And then I believe you can just take this and you can load it into a lot of different ADIFs, and there's your contact list if you want to do that.
Well, how do you like them apples?
So I think if let's do, I'm gonna right click. So I think this is going to be. Do you have me as a star yet, or no?
Yeah.
Oh, you have a star. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. Okay. I thought it was because I didn't reply back with the heartbeat, but I'm sending you something. What did I send? Sent you your SNR.
I got your SNR, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so then I'll send that back. Send a signal report.
That I think that is 100% true, Jody. JS8 call is FT8 for extroverts. It is. You nailed it. As always.
That's why I never use it.
That's. Yeah.
Do you want to talk really, really slowly?
We got the most introverted extroverts on the live stream here today. Most of the time, you will find me silently somewhere doing something, not gregariously holding court. I usually have to get a couple of libations in me before I start doing that kind of stuff in public.
Oh, Ed's sending a query call. What does that mean?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's do it live. Oh.
Should I just send him a signal report?
Reply back. Select star from. From JSA call _table _ users.
Hang on, I got
where
so much crap going on.
No,
now.
it's a joke. It's a joke.
Something says a new message has been received.
Oh,
I feel that's important.
Yeah, go to your inbox, dude. Click yes.
Where's that?
View. Do you have a view option at the top in your menu system?
Yeah.
Inbox.
Message inbox. There we are.
Nope.
Well, it said I had a message. I hit yes.
So are you receiving it then? Or who?
Man, I don't know. Everybody's blowing
Go
me
back.
up right now.
Go back. Where did it say the message? Is it on the yellow window? No, not in the inbox. Show me.
No, just a window. A window just popped up in the middle of the screen, said there was a message.
Oh, let's see.
I'm just saying I didn't get it. That's so I got these flags here. What does that mean?
Right click on that guy, and then go to saved messages. Oh, sorry, the next one below it. One below. Do you have a message for me?
Do you have a kiss for Daddy?
Do you have a kiss for Daddy?
Do you have any messages for me?
Yeah. See it, and then
send them junks.
Yeah. That's like they got the little flag up on the mailbox to say you got something when you come home.
You've got mail.
You've got mail. And then it's somebody says KB1 ESM has the message, so you might want to do that again with them when we get out of this first one.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody said select show messages.
Where?
Right click on their name. Is there show messages?
Show message.
Oh, there it
inbox.
is. Oh, maybe. Hey!
Oh, look at that. Just leaving a message. You love being confused. It's not that I love being confused. It's just that I am confused. All right, so that's cool. So then I can click on this guy.
That's funny.
And then show message inbox. Thanks for your content. Thank you for watching.
That's very nice.
KB1ESM.
Yeah.
I still think most of my viewers are just masochists.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a large percentage of ham radio operators that are masochists.
Like, look at this idiot.
I believe that. I believe that in my soul.
But I am not afraid to show myself failing because at some point,
me too. We're all
succeed.
there. Yeah, we're all there. I think that's really what separates the successful YouTubers in the sense that we don't have a problem just turning the cameras on and go, well, we did it. We tried a thing.
Yeah.
Because other folks are so scared about being wrong or failing that they can't just do it live. It's like, we're all learning when we do this. How are you going to learn if you don't fail? You got that right, Alabama Andrew.
I mean, you could get it right the first time.
You could, and you could wait to make a video until you got everything perfect, and then you'd make no videos. All right, kids, we definitely passed the hour and a half mark. Appreciate you hanging out. I am going to wrap things up here with Mike. We're going to wrap up this live stream, and then we're going to go hang out in the Discord, and we're going to take your questions live. So make sure you join our Discord. The link is in the video description. There will be another live stream posted. That is the after chat. Will be live there. It's just for answering questions. Mike will be hanging out, answering questions when they come up. Feel free to bring your antenna questions. He loves those. That's when he shines the most in the after chat, so feel free to bring those. Mike, thank you for joining us. As always,
pleasure.
A lot of fun. Maybe we should do a JSA call only live stream in like 2 months or so and just completely
I'm down.
Light the airs on fire with our
I mean, look
JSA
what happens
call.
to JS8 when we do these things.
It brings it right back.
2 years in a row, we make JS8 call alive again for 1 hour a year.
It's crazy. So many times when we do JS8 call streams, I'll get messages after it's like, wow, thanks so much for doing that. This mode's a lot of fun. I'm going to totally use that. And then like the next week they go right back to FT8. So it's like, yes, it is really good. It's really, really helpful if you got people that want to do that kind of thing. But a lot of people just want to make these far-flung contacts, and they're like, I'm just going to do FT8, right? So this is true. Jody said with a super chat, thank you, Jody. This had a lot less yelling than the last JSA call show with Mike. Because you know what it was, Mike? I think how we kicked off the show last year, which is, I'm going to remember this anytime I have you on, is I'm going to first have you read through your favorites from the manual. Because that's what we did last year. You hate the manual. Like, I think
it's not complete.
It's not complete, but I think just in general, like, you get real big mad at bad manuals. They piss you off really bad.
Like the trope is like, oh, we don't read manuals in ham radio. That's bullcrap. I read every manual for everything that I can. I want it. It's called learning. I want to learn about the thing I'm doing. And when you can't, let me put it, I can't understand how JS8 call works with the manual in its current status, because half of the manual, there's little things that are like, insert how to do this. Like they're literally typed out. Like notes to the author, like what they need to finish, and they're just not finished.
There's to-dos.
Yeah, there's a to-do list in the manual for the author to finish writing.
Yeah.
And it's just not. And I like, listen, I can't bitch because the guy did it out of his own free will and made a free program for us to use. It's just frustrating because I would like it, especially for MCOM. Like I really would like to use JS8 call. I would say more, but let's just say at all, because I don't use it at all.
Right.
So maybe I need to start doing that. I want to start doing it more. I'm also going to start trying to get WinLink with Pat on my Mac, and I know it's going to be a nightmare. I've already tried it once, guys. Some people were asking what's the crossover. I downloaded that.
Oh boy.
And then I followed Whiskey Golf 1 Victor's instructions to a T and failed miserably because he has incomplete instructions as well. None of his commands worked. Like I can copy and paste a command in a terminal. Hit return.
Yeah, I could do it with the best of them.
Nothing. Yeah, literally. You want copy and paste? I'm your guy. But no, just brick wall after brick wall after brick wall. I don't know. Yeah.
Is that another one of those the M2s, the ARM based processors are the issue? You think with Pat?
I don't know.
Okay.
Which no, because this article specifically says with Apple Silicon.
Okay.
So and Ara N6ARA got it working. He texted me a picture one day. I'm like, you son of a. So he emailed me over WinLink, like the instructions that he had to do, different than the other site that I just mentioned. So I'm gonna try it again.
Okay.
Because I've already paid for my Vara license, my WinLink license, which you don't have to do, but
no, I have.
If I'm gonna use their stuff, and
I like it.
I like it a lot. Yeah. But then I got to spend another, I think it's $70 for crossover.
Oh.
But I think that's just a one-time purchase. It's not like Parallels where it's like $100 a year.
Oh no.
So like I'm still going down this WinLink rabbit hole. I just got. Dennis from DigiRig sent me the Vox cable so I can at least use radio mail now with I literally was just playing with it before the stream. It just came in today. So I can send with radio. Oh, it's freaking sweet. But I couldn't use it because I have an iPhone with a lightning cable and it doesn't transfer the USB. So you got to get the dongle to the Vox cable, to the radio's cable. Yeah. It's a whole thing, but it's not really a big deal. But once I had that Vox cable, worked instantly. It was great.
I love it. Hey, when did you upgrade to the SM7B mic?
Probably middle of last year.
Really?
Something like that. Yeah.
Sounds good. I love those. That's one of my favorite mics ever.
I feel we talked about this.
I know. Every time I see mics, I'm always like, not just mic, but like a microphone. Yeah. I'm always like,
I'm MIKE. This is MIC.
MIC. Okay, good.
I love when people spell mic meaning a microphone. MIKE. That's wrong. Yeah. Don't do that.
It's a mic. It's a mic. It's a mic. It just identifies as a mic.
Yeah. No, I'm a huge Shure fanboy.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
I've always wanted one of these, and now I have one. And thank you to who sold it to me.
Good job. Good job for selling it. Mike the mic. Well,
He's
Mike.
in the chat, or he was. So, all right, finish your show.
Appreciate you, buddy. If you want to hop on over to the Discord, we'll kick things over pretty quickly. So, thanks for hanging out, and I appreciate you taking the time, guys. Make sure you go ahead and follow Mike K8MRD at Ham Radio Tube here in the YouTubes. Also linked in the video description, so you should check that out. Check him out. He builds antennas. He builds all the things. Does all the things. Lots of POTUS, too. Guys, appreciate you. Got to say a big thank you and shout out to our patrons for helping me do all the things we do out here. Your support is appreciated. New patron perk this year. Ad-free podcasts. So It's not for everybody, but some people listen to our podcast that I do with my wife every week. By the way, there will be a podcast recording tonight. It will drop tomorrow. And you can get it ad-free, meaning literally no those weird, stupid ads that don't make any sense and break up the middle of the conversation. We post it directly to Patreon. They actually have a nice little player. I believe there might be an RSS feed that you can tap into that. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, you can get it no problem, and you can listen to it with no ads. So there's new patrons perk. Appreciate that. Let's see. A podcast after Leia is drinking. Yeah, so we attempted to podcast last night, but apparently my oldest son has watched a bunch of scary videos in anime and got himself all worked up that there's some old, very tall, 7-foot-plus lady with black sunken eyes that was like in his room, and he was seeing her all over the place. So we had to did we start? We just barely hit record, and he was just having a big problem with it. So ended up shutting down the podcast, sat down with him for like an hour, and my youngest, Edison, is there. And my oldest is like, well, I saw it in the closet in my room, and like I think that's, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, my wife's like, Josh, go check it. Oh, by the way, thank you to the coffee club. Appreciate you guys, everybody that got in the coffee club. And my wife's like, go check the closet. It's fine. And Edison's like, yeah, let's go. Let's do it right now. And he's like, I'll go by myself. And the youngest one just runs into the room and like gets in the closet. Edison is honey badger energy for sure. If you listen to the podcast, you can hear some ridiculous stories like that as well every week. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. I really hope that you get a little bit of energy, a little bit of excitement on Winter Field Day. It is it's the event you want if you're preparedness minded and you look at amateur radio as a preparedness tool, as an emergency tool. This is the event for you, right? You're encouraged to try lots of antennas. You're encouraged to try lots of modes. You're encouraged to have like a plethora of capability within your radio capability. Well, I already said capabilities. Within your radio, I don't know. I'll just stop it there. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the memes. I'll play you out 7-3. Stay tuned for the after chat. Mike's still in the Zoom, but he's his chair is just sitting there. You know what? Let's hold on. There's Mike's chair. He's still in the Zoom call. It's a pretty nice chair. It's a pretty nice chair brother has. No, he's coming back.
That's my extra chair, thank you.
No, we're I'm wrapping up. I'm saying goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.